Hello students, today I'm going to make it clear about these two things. One is alkyl group or radical and another is functional group, and how they form some organic compounds that also I'm going to discuss with you. Now, first of all, you need to know the definition. What is alkyl group? Alkyl group is nothing but it is the new unit of hydrocarbon or hydrocarbon unit that is produced by removing one hydrogen from a alkane group. It can be anyone: methane, ethane, propane, butane. What you do is, from the number of hydrogen present in the organic compound, so you just remove one hydrogen atom, then there is a place empty. If the place is empty, then such it forms a radical, and that radical is called the alkyl group. So look at this example here. So propane. So structure of propane is like this. You can see 3 carbons, then there are altogether 8 hydrogens. Now whenever I remove one hydrogen, we can remove any one hydrogen. I chose from the middle here. So I have removed one hydrogen here. You can see that. So one place is empty here. There are only 7 hydrogen now. Now from propane, when I removed one hydrogen, then it forms a propyl radical. For another example, I have taken ethane here. You can see the ethane part. Ethane, there are 2 carbon atom and 6 hydrogen atom. When I remove one hydrogen, the formula changes into C2H5, that is 1 hydrogen atom becomes empty. I have chosen this hydrogen. So now what it's convert into? When you remove one hydrogen from ethane, it becomes ethyl radical. Now why are these radical important? The importance of the radical is these radicals combine with various functional groups in order to determine or form a new chemical compound. So look at this. I have here written the definition of functional group as well. So what is functional group? If functional group attach in these empty positions and form a new compound, now what are those functional groups? Now look at this. Organic compounds are billions and billions in number, and they are of various types. And these types of organic compound, the chemical properties of the organic compound, the physical properties of the organic compound are all determined by a set of atoms or a group of atoms, and they are called the functional group. So definition goes as an atom or a group of atoms that determines the chemical behavior of our organic compound. So what are those things that get attached in these empty positions? They are hydroxyl ion, that is OH ion, can attach itself. Next, ether oxygen atom can form bonding with carbon atoms and can make a bonding. Next, aldehyde can be formed. They are acidic compounds. And next, amino acids can be formed by adding NH2 in this position in empty places. And next, we can form a keto group, or we can form a ketone group by adding CO in that empty place. So such functional groups can be added in those empty places of alkyl radicals, and a completely new compound can be formed. I'll show you how it can be formed. Look at this. Let's take a radical. We have made a propyl radical here. This propyl radical will be used. Look at this. So your place is empty here. When propyl radical is attacked by a chlorine atom, then this is formed. Look at this. This chlorine goes and attaches itself in this position. Before this formation, it was propane. Now, when chlorine atoms get attached in place, removing one hydrogen from its place, then it becomes now propane chloride or chloropropane is actually 2-chloropropane. Now why 2-chloropropane, you may ask? Because This 2 is the position of the carbon where the chlorine is attached. Therefore, 2-chloropropane is made. Now, propane changed into 2-chloropropane, and though there were 5 hydrogen, or say 7 hydrogens before, there are 3 carbon atoms, but these hydrogen and carbon atom did not determine the chemical and physical behavior of this compound, but only this chlorine determines the chemical and physical behavior of this compound. So it is called a functional group of the compound. It is a chief element. Whenever you remove a chlorine and put on a hydrogen, it changes back into propane. So what happens is, as soon as that happens, all the properties of this compound 2-chloropropane is lost. So this chlorine is the atom that has the chief importance in this element. Next, we here in class 10 we only discuss about alcohol. So I'll give you a few examples of alcohol. Look at this. This is methane. When one hydrogen is removed from methane, it forms, one place is empty here, so it forms methyl radical. And in this empty position, if a functional group OH, that is hydroxyl group, you can see here, hydroxyl group OH becomes added like this. Look at this. See, in this empty place, OH will get added. Now see, what happens, this carbon or 3 hydrogen is not going to determine its physical and chemical properties, but this OH is going to determine. Now it has changed into alcohol, and this alcohol is called methanol or methyl alcohol. So such a group of atoms or atoms that attach themselves by removing a hydrogen and forming a new chemical compound is called the functional group.